Shocking news out of Hollywood. A huge Hollywood elite is a liberal. It's a shocker, guys. I'm absolutely shocked by this. I mean, who would have seen this coming? Zack Snyder responded to a question about whether or not his films have conservative themes in them, right-wing themes in them. And he said, "I vote Democrat. I'm a true lover of individual rights." He then made clear he supports abortion. "I've always been a super strong advocate of women's rights and a woman's right to choose to murder a child." Oh, I added that part. "And I've always been surrounded by powerful women. And of course, I'm a huge advocate for the rights of all ethnicities and every walk of life." He then stated, "I would say I'm a pretty liberal guy. I want to make sure everyone's heard and everyone feels included. I don't have a right-wing political agenda. People see what they want to see. For me, that was not certainly the point." If you thought that a person as powerful as Zack Snyder in Hollywood would come out and say, "Oh yeah, I'm a conservative, guys. I hold true to conservative values. I put them in my films specifically because I support them and I want to promote them," then you are crazy. You're crazy. You only have to look at Hollywood and see how often conservatives are blacklisted, canceled, kicked out of those industry spots. People like Gina Carano, Doug TenNapel, Kevin Sorbo. These people who otherwise would have been very successful. Well, Kevin Sorbo. The point is, you don't make it to the top of the heap by being a conservative in Hollywood. Even the moderate Republicans in Hollywood, people like Tim Allen or Bruce Willis, they don't come out and talk about their politics. People who are associated with the conservative positions don't come out and talk about their politics. The only out Republicans are rhinos like Arnold Schwarzenegger. If you thought Zack Snyder was going to throw away his career for you because you wanted Justice League, you wanted the Snyder Cut, you're dreaming. In order to make it in Hollywood, you have to support Democrat causes. You can go right now and you can find people that tried to sell screenplays into Hollywood. And they talk about how they would have all this interest in their screenplay, and they would meet with producers, and the producers seemed really excited about it. And then they sent an email to that person inviting them to a Democrat fundraiser. And when the person didn't go, suddenly that producer wasn't returning their calls. Hollywood hates conservatives. It's that simple. Zack Snyder would be committing career suicide. He's already made films that weren't exactly making back their budget. Films that weren't so critically well received. He's made some terrible films. Absolutely reprehensibly terrible. He's not some hero to be cheered. He's a person who supports the murder of children and is willing to say that, but he's not willing to say, "No, I'm a conservative and I support conservative values," because he's not. He's not. Another thing to consider is if you see these themes in his work, it's because themes of people standing up for what's right, people bucking the trend and standing up for liberty aren't associated with the left today. Those themes, those are conservative values. Those are classically liberal values. And the modern day American left absolutely hates those things. They hate individual liberties. And that's the irony of what Snyder said.
Explosion! FlyFox.